Men of Reddit. What's something you find attractive that you don't see too much of nowadays? People who date one person at a time without having a bench of people ready. Online dating is the bane of my existence. A short skirt and a long jacket. You're probably looking for less superficial answers, but a few years back women in my area started dyeing their hair either very light purple or silver, and I very much enjoyed it. I think it's since went out of fashion. Hiking occasionally and not basing your personality around it. Big sweaters worn off the shoulder. Ankle bracelets. I like big hats on girls in sundresses. Deleted. Women who don't want me to hurt them or be violent during sex. Dresses. I think it's very pretty for a woman, but I understand why they would not want to wear them as much. For me it's pussy. Real eyebrows. I say this seriously. A damn fine corset showing just a little bit of ankle. Scandalous. Low-rise jeans. I can't stand these high-waisted mom jeans that have come back into style. When they aren't ready to jump ship at the slightest inconvenience. It's attractive to see someone commit fully. Also honesty, loyalty, and respect. You'd think those were the bare minimum, but for the people I've dated would be ready to jump onto someone else if the opportunity arose or if they needed attention and I wasn't around. No disrespect if you have any, but I prefer women without facial piercings. Not looking at their phone constantly. The second there is a moment of silence or it has a notification, they dive right into it. What happened to just being in the moment and ignoring that stupid device for a few hours? Smoky eyeshadow. Intelligence, honesty, attention to grammar, relatively, given some exception for texting format. Silver hair. You see it once or twice, but damn am I in love with it. BMI under 22. Honestly and humility. Confidence but not a big ego. I always thought the 1920s flappers looked pretty cute. I also miss some of the styles women would wear in the 80s, but then again, that was my coming into age time period. I graduated high school in 1990. Girls with pubes. Not that 1960s and 70s bushes, but trimmed. I mean, shaved is nice, but I've learned the hard way that if she doesn't keep up with it, it's like beating off with sandpaper. Besides, looks more natural as well. But that's just me. Normal eyelashes. Kindness. Braided long hair. I really enjoy when a lady isn't scared to ask questions. Sure, I understand that a lady might want the guy to take the first step. But that doesn't mean carry the conversation. And when they are genuinely curious rather than digging for gold. Honest, loyal, communicative, classy ladies. Or I've just attracted the wrong ones. Skin that isn't covered in tattoos. Patience. As well. If they don't want kids but can still handle them well at parties, family gatherings, or random encounters. Hating kids isn't a personality trait. The comments would be another level of interesting if Op had asked to add your age. Gratitude. Back when I was in high school and shortly after, women around where I live always offered to drive or pay and thanked me when I did. Last 5 years or so it seems like women answer one check without discussion and likely didn't even bring money. I'm not even just talking about dates. Girl I used to know texted me a few months ago something to the effect of, "Hey, I'm back in town, wanna grab lunch?" I agreed to and ended up paying for everything after she spent the whole meal on FaceTime with her sister. Someone who is actually willing to be a partner. Not someone who's looking for a free meal, an ego boost, etc. Not someone who will pack up and leave at the smallest signs of trouble. Not someone who will take the doubts and fears you shared in confidence and throw them back in your face. Someone who is willing to respect me like I'm going to respect them and make actual strides to right wrongs. Someone who realizes that disagreements happen and you just have to buckle down and work through them. Not immediately jump ship and disappear. Someone who realizes that life isn't what every social media post makes it to be. Someone who realizes that you can't base and judge your own relationship off those very same social media posts. Just someone who can and is willing to be a partner. Toughness. Girls that get overly giggly and excited and show it. Like, if I see a girl go all happy with a puppy I melt. Zelda Wind Waker. Loyalty and self-respect. This may be a bit niche, but if any of you have ever seen The Rocketeer, the fashion Jennifer Connelly wears now, it doesn't hurt that she's easy on the eyes to begin with. But something about the fashion of that late 30s or early 40s era is just so elegant and sexy. And not in a WAP, be a hoe way, but in an elegant, I demand proper treatment sort of way. It's quite refreshing to see from time to time. Same for the sort of pin-up girl fashions of the day. And as an aside, I love nothing more than getting dressed up all fancy and elegantly with my best gal, and going to a nice restaurant or patio, then a lakeside stroll afterwards. Obviously not a fedora, milady, sort of way, but in a well-tailored suit, with freshly shined shoes, and her in a nice gown or little black dress. It's perfect. Tube tops. Visible side boob. A stay-at-home wife is attractive as hell. Something awesome about defined roles in a relationship that complement each other gets me revved up. My ex and I, despite not working out, were always kind and to each other. She had a good heart, and she did a lot to restore my faith in women. I don't often see women with her kindness and compassion. Kindness, empathy, compassion, true connection. Pontiac Trans Ams, the ones with the big damn bird on the hood. Apple bottom jeans and boots with the fur. Intelligence. Women with a nice bush. 80s porno style. Clean skin with no tattoos. Thigh highs. That one guy's dead wife. Asterisk, asterisk no, asterisk, asterisk tattoos, piercings. And someone who looks and acts natural. Not like a dolled, made up, air-bruised version of Instagram influences. It was only in vogue from like 2013 to 2015. But girls wearing baseball caps all the time. Love that look. Mental health. A smile. With a face mask that is quite a problem. The look of 1930s to 1940s fashion should come back in general, but especially for women's fashion. An attention span greater than 5 seconds. A woman who has a ton of suitors and guys going after her who hasn't let it get to their head. Every woman in the past decade I've ever met has failed this. That's why the super difficult sweet spot to hit is that underrated beauty that hasn't realized how beautiful she is yet. This is a weird one. But baseball caps. I think women look really good in baseball caps and I almost never see them in one unless it's a country girl. Also, just plain old femininity. There aren't a lot of sold feminine women out there. For some reason femininity has become derogatory. Treating a relationship as permanent and not disposable. Sundresses. My wife has a few that look awesome on her. I don't really see many other women wearing 'em though. I also like hats on women. Newsboy caps on women are always nice. In my opinion. Makeup less faces. Women with a lot of conviction, technically speaking, strong-minded women. Modesty. Less is more IMO. Women without makeup. If a woman wants to wear it for herself, more power to them. But for me, personally, natural faces are where it's at. A good bush. Long hair. It's something that turns me on. Just love long hair less than 3. Woman's. For some reason, sundresses. Femininity. Also dresses. Sense of humor and not trying to push some kind of image that they want everyone to believe is them, instead of being themselves. Low-rise jeans. With a bit of a flair. Studded belts. *UCK it. Let's go all in with a tramp stamp and a Von Dutch hat while we're at it. Apparently I want to relive the early 2000s. Smiling. Some people are just so grumpy recently. Women without any tattoos. Talking in person. Social media has damaged my generation so much. I wish I was born before 2000 era. I enjoy the stories my parents told me about them going on dates frequently and interacting in person, but now that technology and mobile devices have improved, I no longer see anyone going on dates. They're always telling me they talk and text on the phone, that when it comes to in person, they don't say a word. I'm currently 15 going into 16, if anyone even gives a shit. Intelligence. I used to love when girls wore those low-rise, flared, mud jeans. I can't get down with the high-waist thing. Modesty. Grace. Freckles. Exclamation mark. Exclamation mark. Exclamation mark. Exclamation mark. Exclamation mark. Quit covering